Okay, middle school, we are going to work on our Flextangle, and I thought I'd make a video so you could kind of see what the instructions were, because some of them are a little bit confusing. In fact, one of them I didn't realize until after I decorated mine, but that's okay. It says, let's see, on the first instruction it says, be sure to connect the design at the tick marks. And what they mean, there are these little marks right here that help you with your design. So if I were to make these wiggly lines start right here and end right here, and then start right here and end right here, they would all be connected. And I didn't realize that when I started my design because I was talking to someone. So mine are not going to line up, and that's fine with me. But if you really want your design to flow, you'll want to make sure that it starts and ends on these tick marks, because that will transfer all the way across the row. Okay, so I cut along the bold line. That just means around the outside. And I'm going to crease all of my lines first, and then I'll show you what they mean by crease the dashed lines face to face and unfold, and what that means. If you have a ruler or straight edge of any kind, that works, and a pen or a pencil, I'm going to line up my ruler with these lines carefully like that, and I'm going to draw on those lines. I'm going to press down kind of hard. I have a piece of cardboard underneath so I can press down kind of hard, because if it's just a hard surface, it's not going to do as well. So I've done that. That will help me fold that line easier. So I need to fold, let's see, on the dotted lines, I need to fold it face to face. So that will help me fold it like this. And face to face means so that the design is on the inside of the fold, and you crease it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of my lines. I'm going to pause my video, and then I'm going to come back and show you some other things. All right, so I've gone around and I've creased all of those lines with my pen. I don't know if you can see those lines. They're kind of, you can feel them for sure. So on these lines that go straight up and down, we're going to fold them to face, which means fold them so that the design is touching. So I'm going to do that just right down the row. And I'm going to just kind of give my fingernail a little rub on there just to make it nice and crisp. That will help me with the folding part later. So take your time on this. It's important to get the lines creased and folded correctly, or else you're not going to be able to fold this up and do what it's supposed to do, because it's a little bit tricky at one point. I also want to fold my tab ends like this. I'm not sure which way those go. We're going to work that one out. Okay, so now the diagonal lines are going to be back to back, and what they mean is you're going to fold it like this. So you're going to turn it face down, and then make sure that all of those diagonal lines are folded and crisp, just like this. So I'm doing them all in one direction first. All right, maybe. So I don't miss any of them. So I'm going one direction, and then I'll do the other direction. So I've done those. So I've done all of those. So now I'm going to do all of these. And you might have to stop and think for a minute, because it might be a little bit confusing, because I know it definitely is a little bit confusing on this end. I hope you're having a lovely time at home and learning lots of things. How to get on Google Classroom and how to do all the things. You're going to be so ready for college by the end of this, let me tell you. Okay, so now I have this kind of three-dimensional looking thing like this, and now I'm going to do some gluing. So the first thing I want to do is look at what I'm doing. I'm going to glue here, small amount of glue. Small amount of glue, Clara and Jordan and Alex and Mia and all the people. Small amount of glue. So this is going to be glued to the back of this part right here. You want the dots, the big dots, I know you kind of cut that one off when you were cutting, to match. So this big dot is going to match that one. This big dot is going to match that one. So I'm going to put on some glue. You can use a glue stick. I just don't happen to have one of those at home. and I'm going to use a small amount. Maybe. There we go. And I'm kind of rubbing it around, like I put a little blob on there and then I'm rubbing it around so it kind of spreads everywhere. Allergies are killing me right now. Oh, and I forgot, happy birthday, Micah. I saw that on the announcements it was your birthday. If I miss anyone else, I'm sorry. Happy birthday. Wash your hands. Eat lots of cake. All right, so I put a little glue on, and I'm going to kind of roll it around. You want to make a tube, and it's going to want to do weird things. So you just want to let it do the weird things. See how it like wants to bend in like that? You want that to happen. Okay, so like right here, I met it. Oh my goodness. Right here, I met the circles, the dots right there, and I want to kind of hold that together just for a second and let that glue grab on. So I'll do the next one. Oops, I want that to go in. And this might take you a minute. You gotta fiddle with it for a second. Be patient with yourself. If you've made really nice creases and really straight folds, this will kind of come together a little bit easier than if you did not. So if you did not, you might want to go back and work on your folds. Thankfully, you can print out another one, unless, of course, you don't have ink or paper, and then you can't, and then you're kind of stuck with it. Anyways, just kind of going to give it a little rub there. Make sure it's sticking. And it's going to just take a minute. You don't want to smash it. You just want to kind of hold it together a little bit. Like that. Okay. Now, you're going to go like this. And you have to fold those. You're going to go like this, and those tabs are going to go in there. And you're going to glue it. So I'm going to hold it for a second just so you can see how that goes. They just fit right down inside. Both of them fit right down inside. And you're going to kind of give it a little pinch, but I haven't put glue on it yet. Let me do that. Once again, small amount. And just kind of rub it around on there. And a small amount on this side. Rub it around. If you have lots of glue, it's going to get really wet and wrinkly and it's going to fall apart. It's just not going to be a good thing. All right, and someone just sent me a text. So I'm going to hold that for a second. Kind of let it dry. I don't want it to come apart when I move it. All right, so my Flextangle is all dry, and so I can turn it without it coming apart. It's kind of cool. I thought that'd be a fun project to go from a flat piece of paper to a three-dimensional one. Pretty simple. You can make a whole bunch of them. I know you want to. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.